Hey everybody, what's going on? KSA Kris here, Real Estate Blitz, and wanted to do a quick video because I actually got a unique question, and I am not sure how I feel completely yet, but I think it's a good topic. I think if anything, this video, I'm going to be asking what your thoughts are and your opinions. I would definitely like to see some answers in the comments below. But I got asked what was my opinion on drug testing. I've seen the topic here and there. Have never had anybody ask me bluntly what I think about drug testing for real estate agents. I'm pretty torn on this one. I was in the Marine Corps for a long, long time, and there was drug testing in the Marine Corps. This is my view, if I were to be honest with real estate agents being drug tested. If I were to look at a gap or a challenge in the real estate agent industry, it's not drugs that I see as the problem. That if we were to create more requirements, I don't think drugs is the problem. I think, in my personal opinion, maybe because I'm a pretty hardcore libertarian in a lot of ways, if you're talking about an individual contractor, I run my own business. I am not an employee anywhere. And I think that's where we start crossing the line between employee and business owner. I run my own business. If I choose to use drugs, or if somebody else chooses to use drugs, I believe that's their business. I think if somebody is using drugs heavily enough to where it starts disrupting their business, they will be weeded out and they won't have a business. And I've seen it happen. There are people that I'm sure use drugs extensively in the real estate industry as an agent. But if you're at that point, you're shooting heroin, you won't be in business long. Just my opinion. I think if we were employees, then the employer, come on in. You want to say hi? No? Okay. Kim's in here. She doesn't want to say hi. Just say hi. Somebody asked me a question about what I thought about drugs and drug testing for real estate agents. Yeah. That's what I said. That's what I said. So I put it on the video. I'm like, they're not employees. If you're talking about an employer and they are trying to create standards for employees, then drug testing, yes. But as for individual agents, I mean, if somebody's shooting heroin or smoking crack, the odds of them keeping a business in play, especially with this type of a business and being successful, are slim to none. Yeah. You hear what Kim is saying? She's saying it's an at-will relationship.
Creating a problem in your organization, you can ask them to leave. You don't have to give them any money. You can just say, hey, man.
Here, come and tell them. So this is from the broker perspective. So go on. Tell them again.
So it's an at-will relationship, which really in the state of California, every employer-employment type relationship is an at-will relationship. But especially the independent contractor, if you read the IC that most brokers use, which is in the CAR forms library, and some people modify it slightly or put addenda on it, but the verbiage is in there. This is an at-will relationship, meaning the agent can leave the organization at any time without warning. The broker can ask the agent to leave the organization at any time without warning. Do we like to think that we build better relationships with our agents than that? Yes. If we think that we see somebody who's having a problem, we may want to reach out to them, just like we used to do in the Marine Corps, or just like we would as actual employers, and, offer to assist them in some way. But at the end of the day, if somebody's just wrecking through life, they got to go. So. Sorry, I didn't do my hair this morning.
Neither did I. All right, so there's my view. There's Kim's view. That's the answer to the question. I'm not going to say who asked it to me. I usually do, but I don't think it's appropriate. If you're doing drugs and you're an agent, do you? Your business won't be around long, more likely. But do I think people should get drug tested? My answer is no. No, there's other things that are wrong with the real estate agent industry in general that I would rather we put our energy and focus on than if somebody's getting drug tested. I just think it's goofy. But that's my opinion. Appreciate you all. Do me a favor, like, share, comment. Like I said, I would love your input. So please comment below, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.